Okay. This question seems to be very lengthy, but it is actually a little bit of tricky. Not very lengthy. The question says Larry has a huge collection of shirts. The shirts with him are of four brands, namely Caterpillar, Diesel, Lacoste, and Dockers. The color of the shirts with him is either black or white. So he has either black or white colored shirts. Out of the shirts with him, Larry has bought only few of them. How many? Not given. Whereas the rest have been given to him by six of his friends, namely A, R, U, H, S, and S. Larry does not know the exact number of shirts gifted to him, but he knows that the number of white shirts of each brand gifted to him by each of his mentioned friends is at least 3 and at most 18. So can I say when it comes to brand, it has to be greater than equal to 3 and less than equal to 18 when it comes to brand, right? We're talking about the brand thing. Furthermore, the number of black shirts of each brand, we are talking about black colored shirts gifted to him by each of the mentioned friends, is at least 7, at least 7 or more, and at most 25, that is 25 and less. Larry asked his mother to help him determine the number of shirts given to him by each of his mentioned friends. In turn, Larry's mother provided him with the information listed in the table given below. Okay, now, uh, caterpillars, let's look at one of the values. Let's talk about Anjana as of now. So, Anjana, as per Larry's mother, Anjana gifted her more than 9 black Caterpillar t shirts, right? And as per this, for each brand, see, it has said each brand. So for each brand, it should be at least 7 and less than equal to 25. So can I say for Anjana, the black colored t-shirt of Caterpillar that she has gifted is actually from 9 to 25. Anything from here to from 9 to 25? Though it says 7, but her mom says no, she gave you more than 9. So let's say it is more than 9. This is 10 to 25. Okay. So we need to use this inequality and a basic, we need to be careful about the inequality. That's it. It has got nothing more than this. So let's look at the first question. Out of the white shirts gifted to Larry by Ravneet, Hina and Sarah, the number of white shirts of brand Caterpillar is definitely less than the number of white shirts of brands. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's try to form a table, quick table. We are talking about white shirts of each brand. So the brands are Caterpillar, the brand is Diesel, the brand is Lacoste, the brand is Dockers. And the people here we are talking about is Ravneet, Hina, Sarah. And let's see, this is Diesel, this is Lacoste, and this is Dockers. Let's see what is the range of white shirts gifted to Larry by each of these 3 friends. So let's look at Ravneet's Caterpillar white shirt. Okay, Ravneet has given less than 6. Okay, for Caterpillar, the white colored shirt is less than 6, and for Caterpillar, there has to be at least 3. So, can I say that Ravneet definitely gifted her at least 3 white shirts, which are of Caterpillar, and a max of, it is less than 6. So, this has to be a max of 5. So, for Ravneet, this is from 3 to 5. Now let's look at Hina's case. In the case of Hina, it is less than 9 and definitely 3 or more than 3. So for Hina, this comes out to be 3 out of 8. Let's look at Sarah's. Sarah, again same, less than 9 for white. So this comes out to be 3 upon 3 is to 3 to 8. So the total number of white colored shirts of the brand Caterpillar that Larry may have received is at least 9 or a maximum of 21. Now let's look at the case of Diesel. In the case of Diesel, in the case of Ravneet, this is less than 9. So we have the same scenario as 3 to 8. In the case of Hina, this is less than 6. So this becomes 3 to 5. In the case of Sarah, this is less than 7. So this becomes 3 to 6. So a sum of 9 to 19. Let's look at Lacoste. Lacoste, in the case of Ravneet, this is greater than 12. And the brand has to be less than or equal to 18. So can we say Ravneet received at least 13 and a maximum of 18? Why both values are inclusive? Because this is for the for Ravneet, this is the next one. So this is greater than 12. So we're talking about 13 and above, and this is less than equal to 18 brand wise, because we're talking about white shirt, so we will not consider this inequality anyways. Okay. Next is Hina. Hina has less than 13, so it has to be anything from 3 to 12. And in the case of Sarah, it is greater than 14. So greater than 14 means it has to be at least 15 and a max of 18. So minimum is 31 to 48. Let's look at Dockers. In the case of Ravneet, this is less than 10. So it has to be from 3 to 9. In the case of Hina, this is less than 5. So this has to be either 3 or 4. In the case of Sarah, this is again less than 5. So this has to be 3 to 4. So this comes out to be 9 is to 17. Since the maximum possible number of white shirts of brand Caterpillar gifted to Larry is less than the minimum number of white shirts of brand Lacoste gifted to Larry, right? So the max of Caterpillar is actually less than the minimum of Lacoste. Hence, the right answer is Lacoste. Fine. Let's move on to the next question. It says if the total number of shirts with Larry is 750 and the total number of shirts bought by him is same as the total number of shirts gifted to him by Anjana, then the total number of shirts with Larry that are neither bought by him nor gifted to him by Anjana is at least. Okay. So we have a total of 750 shirts. So 750 shirts is equal to, let's say, X. These are the shirts bought by Larry, and same number of shirts are gifted by Anjana. Anjana gifted Larry, and plus some, R number of shirts that are neither bought by him nor gifted to him by Anjana. So if we do the calculation, we'll have R is equal to 750 minus 2x. So this is an even number minus an even number should give R an even value. Hence 496 only suffice. So this question had nothing to do with all the possible scenarios. All we had to do was check the case of even and odd. Next question says, if the total number of shirts of each of the mentioned brands gifted to Larry by Urvashi and Simmer is the same, then which of the following can be the total number of shirts gifted to Larry by Urvashi and Simmer put together? Okay. So, for this we may have to make a complete table. Let's say we have a table of number of shirts of Caterpillar brand of black and white, of Diesel brand of black and white color, of Lacoste brand of black and white, and finally a Dockers brand with black and white color. And let's look at what Urvashi has given and what Simar has given. It is a little difficult to draw straight lines. They may require another row to add all the values. Okay, let's look at Caterpillar brand black color for Urvashi. So Urvashi black color is less than 21, so it has to be maximum of 20, and with black color we have at least 7. So the range of values for Urvashi is at least 7 and greater than 20. So I have already calculated the values. You need to once cross check it. After you are done, you can cross check it with the values that I have obtained. So these are the ranges of each colored from each brand that you will get. This question, this part of this set is, it's a lengthy one. It requires quite some calculation. So unless and until you do not have enough time left with you, you should leave this one. Now, if I do the totaling of this, we get this as 17 to 45, and similarly we get this as 14 to 21, and again if we total it further, we will have 31 to 56. See, these were individual black and white, and from Urvashi and Simar. Then we need to add both black and white to get the overall both the colored shirts gifted to him by Urvashi and Simar. So this is the range that we get. Another range that we get from Dockers is from Diesel is 40 to 67. Another range that we get from Lacoste is 27 to 47. Another range that we get from Dockers is 40 to 79. Now let's look at what is the max of the minimum values that we have obtained. The max out of 31, 40, 27 and 40 is 40. And what is the mean of the max largest value that we have obtained? So largest out of 50, 56, 67, 47, 79. The minimum out of this is 47. So can we say that 40 to 47 is inclusive in all the 4 ranges? Okay. So we can conclude from this table that the range of the total number of shirts of each brand gifted to Larry is from 40 to 47. So the range of total number of shirts gifted to Larry will be, of course, 40 into 4 plus from here to 47 into 4. Why 40 into 4? Why 4? Because we are talking about 2 colors, black and white, as well as we are talking about 2 people. So if Urvashi has gifted one black colored caterpillar and white colored caterpillar, and similarly if Simar has also gifted one black colored caterpillar and one white colored caterpillar, so Larry will have 4 t-shirts of the same type. So this is the range that we get. This is 162, this is 188. So any value between this will do. The only value that matches is A. Hence the answer is A.